Hello, everyone. This is Leandra from the Lexington, Kentucky facility at New Vocations Racehorse Adoption Program. This week, for our behind the scenes of the barn, we're going to talk about love because it's Valentine's Day week. It's coming up, and we've got some horses who just love to be loved. So, without further ado, let's get this behind the scenes kick-started with Clarion Call here, who is not only a great head masseuse, his language of love is touch, as you can tell. Clarion Call here, who's in training at our Kentucky facility, is probably going to be best matched with somebody who can keep up with his very active mind and who can take a joke because he likes to test his person. So he's going to need somebody who can not only just appreciate his good looks, but his charm and his ego and his intelligence and the whole package. So Clarion Call here, you can expect to see available for adoption soon. All right, let's move on to Regulate here. This is very skilled at manipulating his blanket because he really enjoys being naked. So apologies for that. You gonna come out and say hi? Yeah? Regulate here is really stunning, around 17 hand gelding, who's in training with us, and he is another horse who has just a hyper intelligent brain but can sometimes use that to get up to no good, and likes to test people. So he thinks that he's a little more advanced in his herd, because horses are herd animals and they have a linear hierarchy, so they're always kind of looking to see if they are in the top aspect of that or where in the position they are. So this is a horse who believes he's very much in the top levels of that hierarchy, so you'll need a very confident partner to be able to really enjoy everything that he's got going for him. If we continue on down the line, we have lots of great horses here, but we'll just try to focus on a few of the adoptable ones. And Convict here is one who absolutely cannot go unmentioned because he, although he has maybe a more intimidating name, is one of the biggest sweethearts that we have here at the barn. So he's been in training with us for a little longer now. He has some limitations, but for most people he's going to be super appropriate for what they want to do. And having a little bit more training time means that he has been able to experience lots of things, so not just from his time on the track, but also here where he's gone on trail rides, he's done work in our indoor, in our outdoor. So he's looking for somebody who would like to partake in lots of different activities, wants an interesting lifestyle, but just needs sort of an easygoing companion who just wants to kind of hang out, who can be a buddy. He really likes being groomed. He loves being loved on. He likes getting treats and just sort of snuggling, but he doesn't really have high-level ambitions. He just kind of wants somebody who he could, he's like a Netflix and chill kind of guy. That's what he needs. Oh, thank you. My fingers are tasty. All right, if we continue on, we have got some hungry horses in this barn, so some of them have their attention split, but certainly informed consent is one to highlight here if he can pull himself away from the number one love of his life, which is food. So informed consent here is a horse who's just got tons and tons of personality, and his profile is already up on our website. If you go to newvocations.org and you go to the tab that says horses, you'll see informed consent here. And this is a horse, or if you want a horse you can laugh with, that you can love, that you can just be buddies with, he is your guy. He's another one that we just not quite sure what his limitations are going to be, because as far as he's concerned, he doesn't have any, but it's just a matter of what he wants to do, and most of the time he wants to just sort of flop around and hang out. So informed consent is definitely, you could tell he's sort of the class clown character of the bunch. He's always up to something, so he likes to explore spaces and clothes and all of your personal space. But he's just going to be such a blast for somebody who can really appreciate his personality. He does not take a very experienced person, so he doesn't need somebody who's, fearless. He just needs somebody who he can love and who can love on him. Isn't that right? Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Let's go see London House here. It's another horse whose profile is already up on our website. And London House not only has a more striking looks, although he does really enjoy his time outside, so he's normally covered in dirt at this time of year. He gets brushed up to ride and then swiftly covers himself back in dirt. So this is a sort of a nice playful horse. His ideal person is going to be somebody who can appreciate his jokester behaviors, but also who can sort of set those boundaries, who can establish themselves as the alpha, because you can see, just like many of the younger ones, he likes to play with his mouth a lot. But he is also a very sweet boy, and he's very, very talented. This is a horse who has really developed a lot in his time here. Under saddle, he is just absolutely stunning to watch as he develops, and I think that he is going to be a horse to watch because he continues to show us that his limitations are much fewer than we predicted at first. He had surgery on his knees, and so he had a little time to come back from that, but he just has gone on to be one who's very, very consistent, very sound in work, and is just full of surprises. So that's what he will be looking for in his Valentine's Day match and his right person. And then finally, we have Carson Cann, who is sleeping currently. He's mid-nap, so he cannot be bothered to come over here, but this is a horse who I'm really excited about. He's been one on my ride list that I have really enjoyed working with and developing because he is very stereotypical off the track. A lot of times we like to break through these stereotypes, the horses are more anxious and a little bit hotter, but every once in a while we get some who actually kind of fit into that mold. And I would say Carson is a horse who's gone through all the different stages of sort of transitioning from that stereotype to still working through some of the mental aspects of really adjusting to and developing and transitioning to this off-the-track sort of feel, a slower-paced lifestyle, picking up new skill sets, but he's been a quick learner. He is a really, really sweet horse with a lot of try. And so his right person, when we talk about like the ideal match for him, especially as we have Valentine's Day coming up and whatnot, he really needs somebody who is a confident rider to help guide him through that transition, and somebody to hold his hand when he needs it, but who can also be somebody who is adaptive to his needs, but also who has the ambitions to move forward just like he wants to. So that's Carson for you. His profile is also up on our website, newvocations.org, and this has been a little behind the scenes pass at some of the adoptable horses we have here at New Vocations. Check out our website. Again, that's newvocations.org. You'll see that there are lots of horses, even beyond our Kentucky facility. There are lots of horses who are adoptable and ready to go, and even more of them who are just coming up through the ranks of training and will soon be adoptable. So keep your eye out on all the new ones. Check out the ones who are already available. And thank you so much for joining us today on this Valentine's Day special of our behind the scenes pass video.